Good evening, good listeners. Welcome back to another episode of the Fresh Face Film Bro podcast. It is a lovely fall evening, and we are back. We know it's been a minute, but life has been a lot. We've all been in the trenches. We've been in the rig, but there's been that one shining star that we've been looking forward to for most this year, and it's the new Paul Thomas Anderson joint. So I think if you listen to this podcast, you know that he's my boy. You know, he's my wonder child. He's my favorite director. So I
insert the LeBron copy pasta here.
Glaze.
From the moment I wake up in the morning.
Yeah. From the moment I wake up, yeah.
It's like the shot of the Krispy Kreme donuts with the glaze.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Call me Krispy Kreme. I don't deny it. I flaunt it. Where am I going with this?
He's a good one to glaze.
And
man.
you know what? I feel like after watching this film, you should feel vindicated in that stance.
We might be glazing for the next hour here, man. I don't know.
Where to begin? I mean, I kind of want to start with like back when the film was announced, because we got word like a year and a half ago that we were getting some sort of weird PTA action movie, and that was it's exciting on paper, but also like if you take a second to think about it, it's weird. A Paul Thomas Anderson action movie. The only action we've had from PTA in the past was maybe one scene in Punch Drunk Love where Sandler throws down with like some of the goons, but like that was a 2 to 3 minute scene. I mean, that's just is not his wheelhouse. You know, Robert Altman, Martin Scorsese, Stanley Kubrick. That's kind of where he's pulling from, and you know, to hear him directly mention Terminator, you're like, how's that going to work? But we got the product, and it's definitely a Paul Thomas Anderson action movie, but it is a phenomenal action movie.
That it is.
Yeah. So it's, to put that shortly, I would say it's nothing like any of his other movies. So if you if you've seen this movie and you're listening, or you're going to see it and you're listening, just kind of know that this is very different than the PTA that we're used to.
I'd still argue though that it does feel very PTA in its approach to writing, and especially his like ability to both create set pieces and grab an audience, or like, because there are some scenes I remember specifically where you're just gripping your chair, and
yeah.
Some scenes, bro, that was the whole movie.
Yeah. He does that uniquely well, and it's kind of weird because I've become like a little disillusioned with how contemporary movies look. And I remember I was thinking this was a scene when Sean Penn was getting off the helicopter. That I was like, this looks like a movie that was made today. But I don't hate, like, it looks good, and I'm like, you forget how much of a master that PTA is.
Wait a second. Say that again.
Yeah. Say that again.
No, but like he's literally one of the best working today, and it's so obvious when you watch this. It
looks like a movie, and that's like that shouldn't be like weird, but today it is. Mm-hmm. You know, for a movie to look like a movie.
I don't know how you characterize the look of a lot of like 2020s films, but they have I don't know if it's the way they're shot, what they're shot on, or I don't think it's particularly editing, because even in static shots you can kind of see that it just looks, the approach is different, but there was like a timeless look to the way this was shot, and I don't know. It's wonderful.
most of you probably know that this movie was shot on VistaVision, and Mason saw the movie in VistaVision.
Yeah,
so I want to hear about that.
Yeah. Speaking of how it looked, let me start the glaze because I have never. I saw it in VistaVision on film. Watching any movie on film is a completely different experience.
It's a treat.
I don't care if it's in 35. I don't care if it's in 70. Mm-hmm. I don't care if it's in a janky theater. If you're watching the actual film version of a movie, it's just way better. It's a totally different experience.
You should seek it out.
I remember this with Tenet when we went back and watched the 70 millimeter IMAX with Tenet, and it was like this looks like the colors are just like whoa. It's incredible. Just looks different. And
even just like the feeling, like hearing the projector like whir up, like it's a different experience.
This was the same exact experience.
It's more tactile in a way, yeah.
5 seconds in, I was like, this does not look like the version I saw a week ago, dude. Like it just it didn't. It looked completely different. I swear I've never seen colors like that. I mean, I was like, what?
Wow.
And it's
in what way? Like what comes
all
to mind?
There's no digital, like I don't know the word for it. There's no digital artifacts really, and it's all like the blacks are black and the blues are blue. You know
just
what
like
I mean?
Different hues or like deeper colors or
they just pop at everything.
Wow, that's amazing.
And it's interesting because VistaVision is not like watching 70 millimeter in IMAX. It's not a huge screen. I mean, VistaVision is it's a smaller format, but every detail is just
wow.
It was amazing, man. I mean, I'll probably never see it in that version again, which is just sad because it's just, I just know. And even watching like a 4K version on, in your home theater is probably an amazing viewing experience, but it's not the one that it was made for.
Yeah.
I
did read a couple things that I'm glad your showing went well because you probably saw this, Mason, but there were like several screenings at the Vista that like the film just like the projector crapped out or like something really catastrophic happened. And it's like we can see why they haven't projected a film in VistaVision like since 1960.
Well, I was reading about people that were saying they watched 20 minutes of it in VistaVision. And then it crapped out, and then it switched over, and you could immediately tell the difference, which is interesting. But yeah, I was scared the whole time. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna break, it's gonna break. Because the same thing happened when I went to the Vista and saw Vertigo in 70. That they had some issues too, because there's not a lot of people that know how to actually project film today. Like, it's kind of rare. So yeah, that was my first viewing experience was very special. It was just in Dolby, but it's like that initial oh my gosh, I'm watching a masterpiece. But watching it in VistaVision was a completely different experience.
How was the Dolby viewing? I'm curious because the sound does play quite a big part in the film.
Yeah, I mean, the Dolby viewing was also amazing. They've got the drivers in the seats and stuff, and it was just like the score was just hitting me like so hard, man. I was like, whoa. And some of those, I mean, I don't know if I've heard gunshots that loud in a film. In a long time.
That's a good point. I don't know. That's a really interesting point. And I don't know if that's just because it's used sparingly. Like, I was going to make a comment earlier that, Jacob, you pegged this as an action film by PTA, but I would almost argue that all action is incidental and that the movie is not centered in its action set pieces, but the plot and the events that unfold contain action as a product of, like, what the characters are experiencing. And I think the way in which that's written and approached from a direction and like writing standpoint are very different.
Yeah, it's not action in like a John Wick sense, but it's action in the sense of like what you said. It's definitely not like as big of a spectacle as like Chris Nolan.
But I mean,
Chris Nolan
it has
adventure.
action set pieces. I mean, the
sure.
end
Yeah,
set
absolutely.
piece with the car
driving?
chase.
Yeah,
It's like,
that
is a set piece.
But if you compare it to other car chase scenes, there's not a ton.
Oh, it's totally
of-
different.
it's a lot more muted and like.
Well, it feels like Hitchcock doing a car chase.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
it's
That's a
like
great
that's
comparison.
it's weird.
Okay. Well, PTA action movie, you're talking about like the characters, and it's like
Yeah.
it's an action movie because like he's really crafted this story and these characters so well, and like this pacing and this score are just working. They're so synchronized, and it's so energized that like you might look at it on paper, like even take the final car chase, like spoilers for those that haven't watched it, but like the final car chase, you're just watching cars follow each other. But he has stacked the tables so well and gotten the best performances out of everyone involved that like it is a like sweat-inducing experience.
I also think credit to the editing of the film because that really
yeah.
maintains.
Andy
it.
Jurgensen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the I mean obviously like the DP work is amazing, and
Oh,
where
yeah. Oh, my
he
gosh.
wanted to, like where he got those shots, like the shot of Chase Infinity's character and then one of the Christmas Adventures Club, that guy, when they're chasing each other, you're like, oh man, this is really exciting. And then there's that one shot where DiCaprio's car comes over the hill, and you're like, oh my gosh, like he's right there.
Yeah.
You know? Like that's not easy to do.
No.
Yeah, and I'd also like to add that DP Michael Bauman, this is his first solo credit. His only other DP credits are Phantom Thread and Licorice Pizza, and it was credited to both him and PTA. But this is the first like solo DP credit by
No
Michael
disrespect to Bauman, but you would have to assume that PTA did some sort of camera work. Like he was probably
I'm sure.
helping as well.
Yeah,
Because it's just so like.
but I do think it is remarkable because it's like kind of like they start this experiment like working together with Phantom Thread, and then you just like watch them just like take off, you know.
Yeah.
So, before that, he was
the
he was
Padawan became the master.
yeah, and he's been a lighting technician, I think, on basically most, if not all, of his movies. So they've been working together for a while. Which I was talking to Ethan about this, but like I watched an interview with one of the lighting technicians for One Battle After Another, and he talked about how like it was almost all natural lighting.
The
For the
Malik.
entire,
Yeah.
what
The Malik special, the Terrence special.
yeah, it was almost all natural lighting.
I think you can tell.
Yeah.
I think that the opening scene when Tiana Taylor's character is on the highway and
And she's walking.
it's-
Yeah.
and like the sun is setting. Dude, that in VistaVision,
I can't
It's
imagine.
like, are you kidding me, man? Like,
That was such a good opening shot. Their location scouting too was fantastic.
oh yeah. That
Yeah.
I know that the in car chase scene was initially not supposed to be there, and
Yeah.
and they were just on location and they were like, hey, this is a cool road. Like, let's add this in.
That's amazing though. The spontaneity of like film.
Yeah.
It's not verite in its approach, but like that there's so much of the industry today is like reduced to almost a science, and it's so like wonderful when they have the keys to at least approach it like an artist, and they're just
Well, I
like,
feel like-
I like this.
Yeah. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Jacob, but I feel like PTA is usually a tad closer to Fincher rather than like
Oh,
spontaneity. Like, you know, I'm not saying he's Fincher.
absolutely.
He's definitely not Fincher. But
so he's pretty meticulous.
yes, but I
Okay.
know that for this he was like, it was definitely more like him and DiCaprio would kind of figure out some stuff, and Benicio would be like, hey, let's do this, and they were kind of playing around with it a little bit more. I'm not saying he doesn't do that in his other films, but
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like, and I feel like you can just kind of tell, like, even by watching the movies. Like, a movie like Phantom Thread is just like such a controlled
yeah,
movie by comparison.
Interesting.
literally.
So, no, you hit the nail on the head.
I wonder what PTA thinks of Reynolds Woodcock. Like, how
What
much
do you
of that
mean?
is in him? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure a decent amount.
It's got, dude. Yeah, I mean,
just like I would say that he's in the stage of his life where DiCaprio's character, Bob Ferguson, I feel like he probably sees a little bit of Bob in him.
I feel like these last 3 movies from him have been his most personal, and it's not even close. Yeah. Like Phantom Thread, he had said directly that like he got really sick one time, and the way like Maya Rudolph cared for him when he was sick made him write this movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have 4 daughters, and that is what kind of got him to write One Battle.
That's I mean, there's a lot
crazy.
of that in this.
Oh, okay, interesting.
His relationship with his daughters. And then Licorice Pizza, like about his childhood and stuff, and then this movie about his daughters.
Yep.
In a lot of ways.
That's really sweet, actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it makes you see the film in a completely different light.
Because
it's so earnest. Like the
dad who's just trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and the last line where she's like going off, and he's like, "Hey, be careful," and she's like, "I won't."
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that. It's just that's so humanistic.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
His daughter Pearl is in the movie. She's one of the sisters of the Brave Beaver.
Oh, really?
Okay. Did not know that.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
Fun
fact.
Learn something every day.
We got our OBAA historian over here.
You can.
Bro has studied it extensively.
Yeah.
The PTA scholar.
I did see it 3 times. I saw it standard the first time. Got to see it in IMAX the second time, and then watched it at the Belcourt with Ethan. So it was last week.
I'm hoping to catch it in IMAX before it leaves.
In higher education, you got your master's, your MA, or you could get a
PhD.
PhD. You could get an MBA.
Yeah.
Mr. White over here has his PTA.
PTA. He does.
Appreciate it.
His PTA in film studies.
He is the master.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the master,
he is Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah.
I hope not.
Goodness.
Well, speaking of the master, the reason this movie is in VistaVision is because of the experiments he did on the master. Because originally he wanted to shoot the master in VistaVision, but someone pulled up to the master with a VistaVision camera, and he was doing some camera tests, and he said at the time it was just like they were trying to bring it back, even way back then in like 2010 or whenever they filmed it, but it just he said it was just not there yet, and it was just this was just the right time. It was finally time to bring it back.
Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely having a resurgence. Yeah, right. Isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, I believe Gerwig is shooting some of the Narnia movie in Vista.
Huh.
It might be a different movie. I don't know.
No,
I need
there's
to check
you're right though. There's definitely a lot more coming out.
And then obviously Courbet on the Brutalist was shot. It was not entirely, but it was. He shot it using Vista. Some of it, I believe.
And what's interesting, like just from like a technical sense of him using VistaVision on this movie, is like you have an action movie. It's very, very frenetic, and the VistaVision like camera itself is super bulky, and the lens is very obtuse and weird. So he described like even like the simplest moves are like a yoga move. Like when like it's just a simple tracking shot is way harder with the VistaVision camera than a normal camera. He's strapping it to the end of a car.
Yeah. I got to I got to see the actual VistaVision camera that they used. They had it at the Vista,
cool.
as well
That's
as
crazy.
like DiCaprio sunglasses and they had
that's so cool.
They had a Brave Beavers shirt. They had the frame of Chase Infinity's character in the karate studio, like that.
Oh,
that
that's
was
cool.
hanging up,
Cool.
Yeah. They had that. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's fun.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. Well, I think we've all agreed that this movie technically is just an absolute knockout. So. How about that story?
I didn't expect anything less.
I would like y'all to take the reins on the story. Just because I want to know what y'all think. I also want to kind of tie it into Vineland because I read most of Vineland before I watched the movie, and it's
I am so glad that you like read that, and we have someone on hand to reference like the source material, because there's been a lot of discourse around like the film, and then I think a lot of people don't realize that it's an adaptation. So having you as like a resource to go to and be like, I don't know, you just provided a lot of insight into like my own perspective of what I understand about the movie.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't have had that without understanding.
Yeah, it's not labeled as a direct adaptation. It's,
sure.
It's inspired, but and there are things that are super different for the better. Absolutely. If he adapted Vineland 1-to-1, I genuinely don't think most people would like Vineland if it was adapted as a straight movie. I just think
even if
probably
it was PTA?
not from what I know of it.
Yeah. What was it?
Even if it was PTA.
I mean, he might make it work, but look at Inherent Vice. I mean, I feel like the movie's fairly divisive, and that movie is a 1-to-1 of the book. But even though there's like a lot of things that are very different, I was telling Ethan after we watched the movie, there are things that happen in one battle that are basically bar for bar Vineland, and he even has Willa repeat a line that her character in the book says word for word. Okay. So that was a fun little reference.
That's cool.
Yeah, what did y'all think of the story?
Oh, you want to take that easy?
Me? Oh man, I don't know. Okay,
what's that, me?
So here's the thing. I feel like I'm still very much in the process of like working through this movie and sorting out my thoughts. Most everything is largely positive, and I really. I loved my viewing. It was great. I thought first of all, for a film that's over 2.5 hours, the pacing was
amazing,
almost flawless.
Perfect.
Like
I think it is perfect. I think if you're gonna say anything that is perfect about this movie, it's got to be the pacing. It's incredible.
He maintains interest so consistently. And there's not a moment of a lull, or I mean, it doesn't drag at all. It's so consistent. I
know I'm a PTA fanboy, but it's still very difficult for me to like go want to rewatch a movie twice, knowing it's 2 hours and 40 minutes. And he made it a 2 hour and 40 minute movie feel like 95 minutes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah. Literally.
Another thing that I thought was interesting, that I haven't really heard anybody talk about, is kind of like there's about like a 25-year hypothetical gap that I feel like all the events in the film could exist within. And like the timeline of the film isn't super specific. We don't really get any dates as to like when the first sequence occurs and like when the end of the film, like what year it is. And I think that's nice. That actually, I think that helps give the film a timeless feeling, especially moving forward when people watch this after it's on hopefully Criterion or whatever streaming service that you choose to probably. Max. But I don't know, I mean, the story's great. I really don't know what to say. It's awesome.
Bro is
there's so much. Yeah. I think there's so many creative things about the approach of it. It's kind of a behemoth of a movie, and there's so much going on. So I don't know. We could work through it, but yeah, Mason, I'd like to hear what you think as well.
Well, let me just tackle the first part. Let me tackle the first 40-ish minutes before the time jump.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the first 40 minutes are just insanely gripping, and it just throws you in, and it's jolting, and it's just not what you would expect of a PTA movie.
Yeah.
And I think it's so exhilarating,
Yes.
It reminded me of Boogie in a sense of how like balls to the wall it was.
Yeah.
And like boom, boom, boom. This is happening.
I mean, it's just like it's like, all right, we're throwing bombs, and we're gonna start like blowing up banks. I mean, it's like we're full in it, man. And he's not like scared to show anything.
No.
And there's not a ton of movies that just like outright show this kind of stuff. It's like just straight up political action, what have you.
Like unrest.
Yes. But yeah, when I first saw Sean Penn, it brought me back to a conversation that we were having. Must have been probably about a year ago, but we were hearing about the early test screenings, and that Sean Penn was like going to win an Oscar, and that he was like bat crazy in this.
Really,
And
he absolutely is.
Yeah, I saw him for about 30 seconds, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this, we might have a new like villain.
Anton Chigurh. It's to
the level of Sugar.
It's the most memorable villain since like Chigurh and Heath Ledger's Joker.
And Heath Ledger, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, he's just absolutely off his rocker, and I love it.
It's incredible. And there's so many great like little moments. Just I don't know if it's direction or like in combination with Penn's own personal interpretation of the character, but there's so many little idiosyncrasies that I return to and I think about. I'm like, that guy's crazy. It's the little things like
it's the little mannerisms and ticks and the way that he inflects his words and stuff.
It's the way he like twitches his jaw and like puts
Yeah.
his hairbrush in his
lips
mouth.
move. Yeah, that's the crazy. Like the hairbrush in the mouth is one of the most wild things
He's got
I've ever
like
seen.
he's got the overbite. Like it's it's something, man.
And the clenched jaw and just the way he walks.
The tight shirts. No. Yeah, I mean, he's got like the limp because he's been injured. You know, he's just like. I mean, it's really something, and it's so it makes me think of all the great Sean Penn, performances, but he's really been like. It kind of casted out of Hollywood for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
not for long. I mean, I can't imagine.
I mean, I know that he had a very small part in Licorice, but I mean, I don't think I could name you 3 or 4 Sean Penn movies of the past 10 years.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It feels like this is his big comeback, and he could easily win the Oscar.
I mean, it's his to lose.
Yeah, I mean,
there's
I feel like
there'll be people that come forward, and it'll be a race, but
stuff will pop up. But I mean, right at this very moment, it's got to be Sean Penn.
Kind of a shoe in, like, but I mean, we're not really gonna get as much of a like. That is a masterclass of a performance, and I think the viewers we know that, and so I don't know, unless everybody's off their rocker, like we would have to have. Like a real tour de force to give him some competition.
Yeah, and I love that it's I mean no offense to like Adam Driver in Marriage Story and stuff, but it's not like yell in your face. There are parts where he's doing that, but it's the little moments, it's the little mannerisms that he nailed down and that stayed consistent throughout the film. That stuff is really hard to do.
Yeah,
that first scene with with him and Tiana Taylor. Where she's like, get him up.
Get it up. Get him up. Oh, you think I'm playing?
Yeah.
Oh, not your feet.
No, there are so many crazy moments in this movie that are just like, he sells them. I mean, it's a team effort, surely, with the cast, but
it doesn't work without him.
Yeah. I mean, he deserves all the flowers.
Yeah. That's the great thing about this movie, because I say it doesn't work without him. It doesn't work with DiCaprio. It doesn't work with Benicio. It doesn't work without Chase Infinity or Tiana Taylor. I mean, it's all
everybody's
these
great.
people.
Yeah.
And I also gotta say, I feel like Regina Hall as D'Andrew is also another good.
She's so good. She makes the most.
Yeah, she's the underrated MVP, Loki.
Yeah, very very loving, calming presence in the movie for sure.
Yeah.
I also while we're on the topic of the cast, I want to say a couple things. I feel like this is the first movie of his since The Master where he's kind of gone back to his ensemble cast roots.
Yeah. I guess that's in part like the Boogie sort of vibe.
Oh yeah, the I want to be the next Robert Altman. Like that, it's definitely a little bit more in that one.
There's just 20 people and everybody's involved in this story that kind of folds into itself.
It's not like one. I mean, DiCaprio is the main character, but it's not like two people and everyone else. It's kind of like everyone has their role and they all get
It's
a lot of
pretty
lines.
equitable. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
Yeah, and I also would like to add that this movie, if the strike didn't happen, we would have had an incredibly different movie because Bob was originally going to be Joaquin Phoenix and Lockjaw was originally going to be Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah, I'm. It's like the Brutalist being like the cast was going to be completely different.
yeah.
Ethan wouldn't have had to put up with Adrian Brody.
Ethan would have loved the movie in a different time.
I think it would have been a lot different for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Viggo Mortensen is hard to, and I don't know if Joaquin necessarily brings the levity.
No.
He could have gotten the
that
goofball.
Joaquin is just
He is the craziness for it.
He's got the goofball for some
yeah.
of Bob's like moments, but I
think that at times he's a tad bit too self-serious.
Yeah.
For something like this, I feel
'Cause
like
there were some
DiCaprio is in the stage of his career where he like doing Don't Look Up, and I mean Killers is a very self-serious role, but he's just like, let me just do it, you know. Let me. I'm not afraid to be in a robe for 2 hours in a movie.
There's some great comedic bits that he really sold, and like there's the subject matter of the film is like it's very serious, but it's like kind of satirical, and there's also like this sort of surrounding feeling of levity that it's never too like white knuckle and grounded. There's that's what I really appreciate about this film is that like I think part of the issues that people find in it is when they read it too literally, and we have to realize that like this is very much divorced from reality. This is very much fictional, and that the commentary is made via exaggeration.
I mean, there's a Batman and a Tom Cruise joke in this.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, this is not. This is a very funny movie.
It's a little
very
zany,
serious,
yeah.
but it's a funny movie. It's a PTA comedy.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways.
Call me crazy. This is his funniest movie, easily.
I would agree. I don't think it's close.
I was like, I think all 3 watches, I was like gut busting laughing at several.
I've had a few
parts.
A few small beers.
There's so many great moments.
So I was at the store the other day and I bought a single Modelo because it sold me on Modelo so well that I haven't had one. I'm gonna try it. So it's sitting in my fridge. I will try it eventually.
You gotta when you buy the Blu-ray, you gotta try it then.
Crack
it open then. Yeah.
Good Modelo.
When you get the Blu-ray
ad.
for Christmas.
Yeah, this movie was a good Modelo ad. We haven't even talked about Benicio.
There's so many funny lines.
Yeah, he might have been my favorite performance.
I love the sensei, and he's just leaning over with the gun. He's like, take it. And then he goes, "Viva la revolution!"
Also, I love this. This might be jumping the gun a little bit. We could talk about the whole like siege on Backton Cross when we get to it, I guess. But like Benicio's performance is he's kind of in the Regina Hall camp where he just brings this very like calming and like reassuring presence to Bob's just anxiety riddled mess.
It's his best performance I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was incredible.
It's amazing, and I've got to say this about watching this at the Vista too. When I watched it in Dolby, it was good. Any movie you watch here, you usually have a very good crowd. We talked about this with Weapons when there were people clapping at cameos that I feel like you wouldn't have found anywhere else.
Crazy.
But watching it at the Vista about 3 weeks after it had come out, almost everyone in that theater had already seen the movie, so everyone knew what was coming, and it was just a raucous crowd in the best way possible. I mean, people were laughing and like clapping. I mean, there were people standing up and clapping at parts, dude. I was like, I love this, man. Like it was a great theater experience, you know?
Beautiful. There was a guy clapping at my IMAX showing multiple times. He was the only one clapping. It was a little much.
I feel like you have to have. I feel like you can't be the only one clapping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like almost. You know, you need to have like a good. There were a couple guys when I watched at the Vista. There was a couple guys behind us that definitely had not seen it because their reactions were like crazy. They were like, "Oh my gosh!" When like stuff like when DiCaprio falls off the roof. Like that's one of the biggest. Like I can't believe that just happened. Doesn't make any sense. They were like, "Oh my gosh!"
I could tell when we saw it at Belcourt that most people hadn't seen it before because when Elena Himes' character gets popped behind the grocery store, like I saw the entire crowd jump. Yeah,
yeah. Well, you're
was
not
not
expecting that because it's Alana
yeah.
Haim. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, she's gone.
She got an ugly wig too.
There goes the wig. What else?
That prologue is just like what were you saying? It's like boom, boom, boom. Just like
I think the most intense scene I think is the bathroom scene between Tiana Taylor and Sean Penn. That was like awful. I was not sure.
Oh yeah,
no,
my stomach dropped. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Just
well,
the
I
amount
mean,
of tension.
with that character, anything's on the table.
Yeah,
And that's the scariest part because you feel that. I mean, you get that with Shigura too, and with Ledger's Joker, it's like anything could happen in the next 30 seconds. That's a very scary feeling.
Yeah.
Man, this movie.
It's so long. Like I don't want to go straight through it, but like, what are some moments that we want to?
Well, I feel like you got to talk about Perfidia, Beverly Hills. She's definitely like the main force of the prologue. She's not in the movie for long, but man, she makes an impact, dude. Fierce, funny, demanding.
I think the bit with like the kind of postpartum is like where she's like
depressed.
She's just like I don't know why like the baby's not with me anymore. You know what I mean? Like that. I feel like we don't see that kind of stuff a lot.
Yeah, no.
And that was like really. I was like, man, this is like, I'd seriously not thought about it in that way. Like having a baby and stuff. And that's kind of how things turn. Where he's like, we have a family now, and she's like, no, but I gotta this is a new consciousness.
She's like, I still gotta do this revolution.
Like this is what's important. You know what I mean? So,
and that like her pregnancy and Willa's birth was almost a hindrance to her cause.
Yeah, I mean, I love that jump cut to her like 8 or 9 months pregnant, and she's just unloading the gun, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's
crazy.
like, my gosh, dude. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a good synopsis of the film in one shot. That's why it's on a lot of the posters.
Getting the match cut too with Willa doing that when she's with the nuns was cool. I like that little tip of the cap. That was nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But yeah, the prologue is excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it felt like 10 minutes. I think it's like 45.
Yeah, it's. Like
I mean, it's a good chunk of the film, but it's like, dude, it's going so fast. You know what I mean? It's going 100 miles per hour.
When do we jump time? Is it after they split ways and Leo drives off in the car?
Yeah, it's like they split. Perfidia flees to Mexico after she gets captured by Lockjaw and kind of sells out the French 75, and she flees to Mexico, and Bob goes to Backton Cross, and the final shot in the prologue is baby Willa chewing on the trust device, which was like one of my favorite shots in the movie. Just adorable. And then we instantly cut to Willa at the dojo, needle drop by Dirty Work by Steely Dan.
Steely Dan. I heard that Steely Dan. I said, oh.
Man, some of these needle drops in this movie are chef's kiss.
Yeah, that's got to be one of PTA's strongest strengths.
Yeah. Soldier Boy, Dirty Work.
Dude, I got to tell you a funny story.
Yeah, what's up?
So a day or two before I watched this, I didn't want to get anything spoiled, but I was like, I was like, who did the score for this? I'm a little curious because I haven't heard much about the score. I was like, I'm assuming it's Greenwood, but I wasn't sure. So I got on Spotify and I looked up one battle after another. The score had not come out on streaming services yet. So what popped up was like soundtrack stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, like I don't know if I want to click that. That might be like spoilers, but I was like, let me click that, and I clicked it, and the first thing I saw on there was Mo Bamba, and I was like, wait a second, okay, this is a joke. This is stupid. This is silly, and I'm watching the movie. And I hear Mo Bamba, and I was like, no way, dude. No way PTA has Mo Bamba playing in one of his films.
It's a tasteful little Mo Bamba.
It was, yeah. Especially at a school dance, that's a staple.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it definitely makes sense.
What was it? What did they follow up Mo Bamba with, too?
It's
it was another
the Shut Up and Dance With Me.
Dude, a perfect 1-2. That is that is the greatest high school dance 1-2. Mo Bamba and then Shut Up and Dance With Me.
You know he's got like 4 Gen Z daughters when he's needle dropping Mo Bamba.
That's the most real thing ever. And that will date the movie just a little bit, but like that, I'm sure every Gen Z person like resonated with that to their core. Like, yep.
The second time I watched it, there were people going, I was like, let's go. So yeah, that's my funny like soundtrack bit. But yeah, I mean his needle drops are amazing.
Yeah. I think this has some of his best needle drops that definitely like just really, really wrap up the film nicely. I mean, you have the Perfidia needle drop near the end during Lockjaw's scene, which we can talk about that later, I guess. And then, of course, kind of ending the movie with Tom Petty's American Girl. I mean, come on, what more can you say about that?
Yeah, that's a great needle drop.
Yeah.
But yeah, after the prologue, we just kind of get shot into Benicio. I love that and PTA thought about this, but I love that DiCaprio is just watching Battle of Algiers on
that was
his
great.
little TV. It's like, dude, that is the movie. Like that is.
What was great is that he did an interview and he was like, these are 5 movies you need to watch before you see one battle after another. And he listed the Battle of Algiers as one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I was like, I didn't know that was going to be in the film. Like, I didn't know that he had that in mind before the film or anything. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, I know what this movie is. It's just like, this is Battle of Algiers in 2025. A great movie, by the way. If you haven't seen it, go watch that, please.
But we see Bob, and he's just my man's down in the dumps. He's an absolute stoned drunk wreck.
I love the parent teacher conference.
Yeah, that's one. Of the
like, are you teaching them the right things? And they go, yeah, Thomas Jefferson. Right? You go, slave owner.
No, he goes, you got the Grand Wizard back there, Ben Franklin.
Yeah. He's hitting his geek bar.
These are some of the best vape hits in cinema. Like
most tasteful, well-timed vape hits.
She goes, you can't do that in here.
Yeah. But there's a vape hit near the end. There's a vape hit during the final scene that it just hits.
It just hits.
You can feel the emotion genuinely in the vape.
That's very poetic.
Good.
No, but I love I like that I had heard that this was gonna be a pretty funny movie, and the prologue is like not funny. You know what I mean? It's this is very we're in it, and then there is a lot of levity after that, and it becomes a little bit more playful and fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now I feel like we've all been dancing around the real question here. We've been talking about PTA as a self-insert for Bob Ferguson. Do we think PTA has a nicotine addiction?
I don't think Jacob would know more than me.
I have seen videos of him smoking cigarettes.
Yes, I think he does smoke.
Yeah.
Well, there's also
I bet he's on the vape now.
There's also the line where DiCaprio go like, I'm addicted. Like I'm addicted.
Yeah, he goes,
to
I'm a
alcohol
drug and alcohol
drugs.
lover.
Yeah. So him trying that whole sequence of him being high and like or drunk, whatever it is, and trying to like remember the
code,
the protocol stuff. Yeah.
yeah. I think I've got that. He's like, let's not nitpick over the details here. He's like, just give me the code.
Yeah.
That whole sequence is amazing.
I do. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say, the sequence with Bob meeting Willa's friends too is crazy.
Yes,
like on the front porch.
That's my favorite scene. That when he meets
so
the dude
It's
outside
so
and he's like, "What's up, homie? What's up, homie?"
Yeah.
He's just kind of hitting him.
that like that like hypocrisy before they arrive, and when he's like literally like drunk driving, he's like, "Yeah, it won't happen again. That's something I need to remember." Like it's fine.
He says, "Willa, I know how to drive while I'm drunk."
yeah, that got a really big laugh. Yeah.
Yeah,
and he goes, "They're just pulling up here in their red car." He's like, "They're just doing that?" And she's like, "Yeah, Dad, they're just doing that."
And he's like, is that a he or she or they? Are they transitioning? I need to know these things.
It's like, I'm just trying to be respectful.
It's crazy, man. I love as soon as he's like banging on the door, he's like, "What's up? What's up, homie? You gonna bang on my door like that?" And then he just slams the door shut.
Yeah.
Those two. What is it? Is it him and Bluto?
Yeah, Bluto.
Because Bluto's the one that when he's getting interrogated by the sergeant, he's like, "Do I look like your dad?" And he goes, "Kinda."
Oh, so good, so good.
That stuff just shouldn't be that funny, but it is.
No, it's great.
It's
It's such a good scene.
Yeah, Leo's or just Bob's kind of hostility towards their friend group and the back and forth between him and Willa is just amazing. Also, I don't think we mentioned yet that this is Chase Infinity's feature film debut.
First, yeah,
Killed it. Fantastic.
Incredible. I think that I love the Bob and like interacting with the younger generation because that's a whole another subset of the movie. It's like the generational gap and divide.
Oh, yeah.
Getting older and just becoming.
It's exacerbated by technology and by I
the
think
end
just
scene
the
with the
changing
phone
times.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And we were talking about PTA being a self-insert for Bob. I mean, I'm pretty sure I read him say that he picked Chase Infinity because she looked like his daughter or his daughters, and she just like reminded him of his daughters. So like, there you go.
And I love that. I love that Bob is just running around with like a 1G phone the entire time. I feel like that is definitely not. I mean, it's funny, but that's like, there's definitely a lot to that. You know what I mean? Like. On the technology side of things,
Yeah.
So,
I also think like it's a very it's an interesting look into like trauma responses and how a lot of parents can like approach raising their child from a standpoint of fear and like what they don't want to happen to them, and that can actually be like detrimental in building a relationship between, and especially it can build distance between the parent and the kid. And I think that was showcased really well, and like how, I guess in Willa having to assume so much of like an adult responsibility and like literally protecting her own life, and Bob's. Well, that's the thing with it. Like Bob doesn't do anything to save anybody in this movie. Nope. He's dead weight.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it is all Willa.
Yeah, and I love we can talk about the in stuff later, but where she's like handcuffed and she has to get out of that, and she has to learn how to drive, like she's learning to drive for the first time and stuff, and there's that all of that is like very metaphorical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how like I feel like whether it be political, parents, government, like she's kind of like at a disadvantage just in general. Yeah. You know what I mean? She has to drive with handcuffs on.
Yeah.
I didn't consider the systemic implications of that. That's good stuff.
Or like the systemic implication of like you have like all like the Hispanic community of Backton Cross like having to like run and like skateboard for their lives.
Oh,
and Bob just kind of gets to like fumble around, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a sanctuary city, literally.
And the line about the don't get selfish. What is it?
All right, he said because there's one part where Bob's like, "I'm sorry, man. I brought this to your door. This is all my fault." And he says, "Don't get selfish, Bob. My people have been laid siege for hundreds of years."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I mean, that's deep stuff. I mean, that's the dichotomy of it. You know, there's just a crazy line where it's like, I think there's that line about freedom, right? What's the...
you know what freedom is? No fear, just like Tom Cruise?
No.
That one? No.
Is that Top Gun? Okay.
He says that in the movie.
Yeah. The Top Gun one is funny.
Hey,
or
my
not
name's
the
Val
the
Kilmer,
Tom,
and
the
I
Tom
was in
Cruise one
Heat.
is funny. What's the... I'll find it. We don't have to talk about this.
All right.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the whole like siege on that city. I love that. Like Bob is just like going. He's got to charge the phone. He's going
tweaking
crazy
so bad.
And I love that PCA is like, he makes Benicio's character very calm, and he's like, "Hey, this is so and so. This is so and so." Like he's making them all very human, and like you know, he's just introducing him to every single person of the big family.
And do you know what that actually reminded me of? There's this Mr. Rogers quote that I thought of when I think of Regina Hall and Benicio's characters. It says something to the effect of, "In times of trouble or when things get difficult, look for the helpers." And I think both their characters exemplify that in a very poetic way, and in that their support, that they approach it from a place of calm and groundedness, which is kind of juxtaposed by, like, you know, Bob's running around like a chicken with his head cut off,
Yeah.
and Benicio's just like he's taking care of him, but he's not inserting himself into the problem any more than he needs to be.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just really appreciated that. Of course, he's a fictional character, but just from a virtue standpoint, I thought that was really interesting and like a very mature way to depict sort of maybe like almost a mentor-like figure. I don't know if Bob and him had that same relationship, but Bob definitely can learn, or I think a lot of the aspects of Bob's character that are negligent or like missing are what Benicio's character is like, has his strengths in.
Yep. And I mean, I don't think it's
They're foils in a sense.
I don't think it's an accident that he
No.
shows up at the dojo. I mean, I know that like practically from a plot standpoint, he's looking for a weapon, but he knows where to go. I think that he trusts Benicio. You know, I don't know how well, we don't know how well they know each other, but we know that they at least know each other to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I also love the scene where he's like, "I need a weapon, man. All you got's nunchucks."
I like when he says something about Willow not having a phone, and then Sensei just looks at him like,
Yeah. And you're like, "Oh gosh."
"Yeah, she got a phone, bro." I would like to backtrack just a second though, because we've talked about like there's this, you know, this huge sequence where there's a Lockjaw like starts attacking Backton Cross, but why? Well, he goes to a little meeting where he meets up with the Christmas Adventurers Club. What is the Christmas Adventurers Club, you may ask? They just seek for racial purification is all, and Lockjaw would like to be a part of that.
That's it. I mean, those scenes are insane. I know that we're talking about the first meeting, but the second meeting where bro goes into the house and there's the whole tunnel system with multiple doors.
That's crazy.
What is? Where did they
sequence is so
shoot
good.
that, dude? Is that like the White House tunnels?
They filmed that house is Ronald Reagan's house.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. They filmed that at Ronald Reagan's house.
You're being serious.
I'm being dead serious. They filmed
Bro,
that at
where
Ronald
is
Reagan's
that?
house.
Wait, is
Sacramento.
that like... Is that just the house, or are the tunnels there as well?
Oh, the tunnels have to be separate.
The tunnel. So the house is from when Ronald Reagan was governor of California, and that house is in
Okay.
Sacramento, and the tunnels were there.
The tunnels were in the house?
What?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Just to like...
No, the tunnels had to
That's
get set. There's no way. There's
insane.
no way.
I don't know about the tunnels, but I'm 100% certain that the house
I believe
was
you about
Ronald
the
Reagan's
house.
house.
There's no way they needed the tunnels.
Double check
It's
me on
residential.
the tunnels.
It's residential.
I don't know, man.
I'm just thinking, could be tunnels.
Reagan was crazy. I mean, but
Could be tunnels. He was governor.
Yes.
I don't know.
his
Cold
governor
War.
tunnels. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Yeah, Cold War.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That has
different
my
times.
that scene has my favorite comedic moment of the of the movie. When it gets brought up that Lockjaw has a daughter whose mother's of another race than like white.
Gosh. Yeah.
And then they have the guy say, and then he's like, "Well, she's black."
And then he goes,
Yeah.
No,
Single greatest
they
comedic
go.
moment of
They
the movie.
go. They go. He goes like, which race or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he goes black.
And he goes, and I don't know, the whole like the pleasantries and like manners of the Christmas Adventurers Club that they use. I think it's so genius. Like the
Oh yeah.
sort of the gentleman's code, and it's like formal, but it's seedy and hateful, but it's like veiled in this proper
Like-
and sophisticated sort of I don't know, talk
Manner.
or
Yeah.
Yeah. Enlighten me, Jacob. Is that? I think that's. Is that in the Pynchon novel or is it not?
It actually, the Christmas Adventure Club is not in Vineland, but the Christmas Adventure Club is very Pynchon. Like, that is the most Pynchon thing that PTA's ever pinned. Like,
I think that's my favorite part of the movie. Easily.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, that it's very.
the Christmas Adventures Club, like, Pynchon could not have written that any better. And, like, dude's name is Virgil Throckmorton, like the head guy of Christmas Adventures Club. Like,
yeah,
that is,
I know.
that's
Pynchon's
the most
known for
Pynchon
like the
thing
crazy names, right? Like Lockjaw.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
very.
yeah. Bob. Speaking of crazy names, the names in Vineland are pretty crazy. Like, Bob's name in Vineland is Zoid Wheeler.
Why'd he change it, do you think?
Why did he change it from Zoid?
Is it just more of like an everyman thing, do you think? Bob Ferguson's like a very conventional, like...
I mean, yeah, probably to make it a little bit easier on the audience in some respect, maybe just easier to follow.
I think,
And
it's just
also,
gotta be easy to follow.
Yeah, maybe like just normal man. He wanted to embody the kind of like everyday man because Bob is
Sure.
like very just.
It's generic.
He's a guy. He doesn't remember the password. I mean, that would probably happen to you if you went 20 years and that's pretty realistic.
We're a drug addict,
Well,
yeah.
While we're
and
at
you were just smoking and
Yeah.
watching Battle of Algiers. Yeah.
While we're at Vineland, I would like to discuss some of the similarities and
please.
differences. So the whole like siege on Bacton Cross, and like the high school dance and Willa being like taken in by Deandra, that is basically the book. Like that whole sequence and like her fleeing, that is very much the book. The only difference in the book is that Willa, she's not at a school dance. She's like playing a concert. She's in a band called Billy Barf and the Vomitones.
Dude, Pynchon's a weirdo.
Again with the names. She's in a band called Billy Barf, and that's when they siege and she gets taken. In the book, they're ninjas. They're not nuns.
So what you're telling me is there is no Mo Bamba in the Pynchon book.
Unfortunately, no. But you know what's crazy? They name drop Sean Penn in Vineland. The book
really? That's cool.
Really?
The book came out in 1990, and there's like a section where Bob is like watching TV, and he like references like, oh, he's watching like a Lakers documentary that stars Sean Penn.
Wow.
That
is
small
full
world.
circle.
That's
That
so
is
weird.
really weird. That is weird.
And to think that Sheck West was reading Vineland when he wrote Mo Bamba, too.
I miss you, Shaq West. He's not dead, but he had a fall off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's basicing dead. It's equivalent to dead.
yeah.
Might be better to be dead than to fall off, honestly. I'm just saying. It's
Bro,
like
praying
from
on his
it's like
downfall.
it's like the Harry Potter thing where Hermione's like, "We could have been killed, or worse, expelled."
That's a good Hermione voice.
That was actually terrible, but
It was good.
Harry, we could have been killed or worse, expelled.
Hey, clip that.
Clip
That's
that.
going on Insta.
But speaking of the book, yeah, that's kind of where that whole sequence is very much the book. That's kind of where like where a lot of the similarities for me, and the beginning is very different. It is so different.
Sure.
There's one thing in the book that I wish he would have kept. I was explaining this to Ethan, but like the very beginning of the book goes into detail about how, Bob and Willa are in hiding, but Bob doesn't have a job, but they live off welfare. But the government knows that he's like an ex-French 75 member. So in the book, what he has to do to get a living is that he has to do a live televised act of insanity and like jump through windows and have a mental breakdown in public, live stream on national television just to make ends meet. And basically the government is like actively making a mockery of him.
Man, pension. That man's crazy.
Yeah. And
That dog is like he's like Yorgos.
yeah.
Yeah, basically, what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
if Yorgos wrote novels.
Yeah.
It is so out there. It's so out there. But I wish we would have gotten to see Bob trying to get the welfare check. That would have been a good time.
That does sound crazy and funny.
And PTA did a great job like actually giving Perfidia a character, because Perfidia's character in the book is like, she like is kind of like described as like this big revolutionary figure, but in the book she actually falls in love with Lockjaw. Like she actually she willingly leaves Bob for Lockjaw, and part of the reason she does that is because she has a very described fetish for cops. I'm not joking.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting in the that's certainly in the context of the movie.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know that's the book, but
Yeah.
I found the freedom quote, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah, let her rip.
Freedom is a funny thing, isn't it? When you have it, you don't appreciate it, and when you miss it, it's gone.
Yeah.
That's like very, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
hey, here's a funny, stupid line, and then you get something like that, and it's like, oh, you know what I mean? That's like very, very deep.
Yeah, that was a good line.
I also think that the film is like really timely in terms of the events that occur.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I know
and you
there's
couldn't
not
really
a date
anticipate-
on it, but
No.
I mean, you have to assume it's supposed to at least resemble the current.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
like the ICE crackdowns weren't occurring probably when this was shooting, and it just like for it to come out
Sure,
now,
yeah.
it's so interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I did see someone have a take that like the prologue is actually current day, and then the time jump is like
I've
the
seen that.
future.
Yeah.
16 years from our day.
That's kind of how I read it. I was like, there's no way that this is.
Well, you could see that. I mean, yeah, that
Yeah.
does kind of make sense. Sadly.
Yeah.
I mean, let's hope not.
Also, we haven't talked about this. I think this is really one of the few major things I wanted to hit on. But Johnny Greenwood's back on the score, and this probably his most. I mean, maybe Phantom Thread still, but like this is his most active score. I mean, the only I can think of only like 2 or 3 scenes that don't have his score, and it's like the Christmas Adventure Club scenes. I don't think they have his score.
that first cue, like the kind of main theme, when we, the very first shot is dun dun dun. Dude, when I first saw that in Dolby, I was like, what? I was like, what in the Nolan? Like this, like PTA does not do this. You know what I mean? I found it very fascinating, and I thought, I think if anything, it really helps the pacing.
Yeah, it
It's
almost
just pushing it along.
the grandiosity of it all almost felt tongue in cheek.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
That's how I read it, at least, because like,
sure.
I mean, it's like serious stuff that's going down, but the music almost doesn't seem to fit.
With
What's
like
going
the
on the
big
screen,
like
yeah.
bombs
Yeah,
and like yeah.
The only
Yeah.
time it felt appropriate was like when Will's character is walking to meet Lockjaw for the first time before the paternity test.
The big bum
Yeah, that
plays
seems crazy.
three. The big,
It's crazy.
The big boom plays 3 times at the very
big boom.
beginning.
3 big booms.
And the paternal scene.
Yeah, and
Three-
then the second
big
one is when
booms.
Sean. The second one is when Sean Penn lives. He leaves the first meeting.
Johnny Greenwood gets 3 big booms.
That's a 5 out of 5 on the boom meter.
Boom! Double chunk chocolate cookie.
So if
boom.
if
I
Johnny
love all the little
Greenwood,
plugs and stuff, but
Yeah.
Go ahead.
who's the Rizzler if he's AJ Big Justice?
Tom York.
Good pull. Good pull. They do kind of resemble each other, don't they?
My
Yeah, they do.
spitting image. My favorite cue is easily the siege on Bacton Cross.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
on the soundtrack it's called Ocean Waves.
Okay.
I mean, just
I need to
the
re-listen to it. Yeah.
like what he's doing for prepared piano. I don't know necessarily what he put in the piano or like what augmentations he made to the instrument.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting, and like the orchestration is genius. Like the motor
Textures
rhythm.
are really.
Oh
really,
yeah, it's a textural,
Really,
just like
it's tickling my ear.
it's like a 7-course dessert, man. I mean,
Yeah, literally.
sonically, it was amazing. I was like, this is just so creative. Like we don't get scores like this anymore. I was just
Oh, yeah,
loving
sure.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is that like he considered the score like a big part of the movie before they even like filmed it, and apparently he like when they were like rewatching the dailies, they would sync up the score with it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I know I know that like big time budgets they usually like to do that because that is a luxury, man. That's
Yeah,
really nice to be able to do that.
yeah.
You want to get into kind of the third act where they
Yeah, we
figure
got
out about the evidence of Lockjaw's relationship and then
Yeah.
the paternity test and all
Sure.
that. They kind of track him down and find
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, we got to talk about that final car chase, which I do want to talk about one funny part that happens near this part, but it's like when Lockjaw is like getting close to the compound or whatever, he is interrogating that gas station owner, and the guy's like, they're nuns, they grow weed, and he turns around and he goes, that's some kind of sick joke on
Sick
God.
Very funny.
But we have this showdown of
And that dude has one of the coolest shirts of all time.
just
yeah,
says- it
just
just
says
says
taco, right?
Yeah, it just says tacos and like
I noticed that
some
the second
crazy
time. I was like,
font. No, I was like,
It's
that
like
is a
a
great
really
shirt.
big letter. It's just
Yeah.
taco.
Looks
It's
like
in,
the,
like-
the New
it's in
York
the
Times
Snoop-
font or something.
yeah, it's in the Snoop Dogg font.
It's definitely not Times New Roman.
But they find her in no time, and we get this this intense scene of Willa and Lockjaw meeting for the first time.
I love before they send out Tim, the Christmas Adventures guy. The old guy's like, we want it clean. He goes, how clean? I want to be able to eat the food off the floor or whatever. And
Yeah.
then you're like, oh gosh.
And it's crazy because like I don't know. I think that got like I don't know.
The old dude, the ghoul.
Yeah, you think he's a vegetable, but we quickly realize that he's equally as hateful and bigoted
Sure.
as
Yeah.
the rest of the guys. Because I'm like, oh, he's
He
just
might be
there
the
because he's
most.
old. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
he's just
I
there
mean,
because he's old and he's been there for
you'd
a
have
minute.
to-
No,
He has that line where he's like, they call us the savages or something like that.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I mean you have to assume that he like started this or he like in his heyday he was really, you know what I mean. I mean I
Yeah.
know that he's older now, but he's I mean certainly.
I don't. It's like honestly, what that made me think of, like the Christmas Adventurers Club, the insert for Sean Penn. Honestly, I think of JD Vance because he's got a brown wife, and like I just think of a lot of like
Sure.
the antics that go on and trying to like justify like I don't know.
Everything that's happening.
Yeah. Well, not everything that's happened, but like I don't want to say like well, I guess in this context, people view like whiteness as purity, and that like having a partner that's non-white is like a blemish on like your social status. And I don't know. I think his character in relation to a lot of the social pressure that people in extremist spaces like face, it's like very real. And I thought it was like a very poignant comparison.
Sure.
I just thought it was interesting. Yeah.
We also we skipped over this. This is just kind of like a side scene. But when they figure out where they are, you know, in Backton Cross or whatever, the sergeant or whatever, the guy that's always interrogating people, he like goes up to Sean Penn and he's like, "All right, like we found where they are," and Sean Penn's like, "All right, give me a reason to go in." And it's like, that's scary stuff, dude.
He's like, yeah.
You know, I mean, he's literally just pulling strings so easily.
And then they literally drop off the guy that like throws the Molotov cocktail.
Yeah. They play the guy. Yeah, sure.
Send in Eddie Van Halen.
And he just like throws the jeez.
That was like the thing in Eddington where they send in Antifa, and Antifa's like they're flying in on the private jets.
There are a lot of similarities between this and Eddington.
Yeah,
there really are. I mean, they're two very different movies.
Sure.
Most people would say varying qualities. This is obviously better. I do quite like Eddington. I would like to have a conversation about Eddington at some point.
Sure.
That might be like end of the year thing. But there's a lot of similarities, and it's interesting that PTA and Astor kind of they came out in the same year. You know what I mean?
They are yin and yang in a lot of ways, and like I like Eddington too. I do think this movie's way better, but like
I mean, sure.
But besides the point, I do think they both bring something important to the table.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
And also, we forgot to mention, but like, you know, they want to go after Lockjaw for Willa, but they also mentioned like it hurt the business because they arrested immigrant workers for the chicken farm, which people for the Christmas Adventures Club own.
The chicken licking or whatever.
The chicken licking farms, and he goes,
dang, chicken licking.
he goes, I like their nuggets. He's like, well, there's going to be a nugget shortage.
I mean, it's just crazy. And the crazy thing is, like, stuff like this actually happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's it's funny until it isn't.
It's biting satire that's way too close to reality.
It really is. You know,
but it's so divorced from reality too. That's what I like about it. It's like
there's a lot of stuff in Eddington like that too. You know what I mean?
It's so farcical, but it's also like that's too real.
Sure.
Like the presentation is ridiculous, but at its core, the issues that they're facing are still the same, and you're like,
yeah. I mean, you laugh at it, and then you leave the
familiar.
theater, and you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, you want to just get into the car chase, or I mean,
let's talk about the paternity test. Let's do that. Really quick.
That is
it's a fantastic scene.
That paternity device is not real. It was made for the movie.
Looked like a Star
they
Wars
also
thing.
had that at the Vista, dude.
Yeah.
It looked like a Star Wars device.
Yeah, it was like
with the midi-chlorian reader.
But I like saw the dude who made it on Twitter. He like had like showed it where he like 3D printed and stuff and like painted it. And it's like engineered it. Like it's crazy.
I love I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but like after they figure out and stuff, and she's like running around, he's like, daddy-daughter games. Like, dude, calm down, bro. He's like making up for lost time. I mean, he's just on one, man.
And the way she just dunks on him because he goes on this whole ugly tirade about how she doesn't have enough makeup on. Because she's going to a dance.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's so awful.
He goes on this really disgusting thing about her not wearing enough makeup, and it's like followed by 5 seconds of dead silence. She goes, "Why is your shirt so tight?" And this man just loses his mind.
It's like, I'm not a homosexual.
If that's what you're referring to,
I'm not a homosexual. If that's what you mean. He's just that scene where he's just sitting down and it's dead silent and he's just like moving his jaw and he's just like he can't sit still, dude. It is scary stuff.
Mm-hmm. He's a loose cannon. And like it made me so uncomfortable like how violent he was being with her. And
sure.
But also like the way that he talked about Willa's mom, Perfidia, was so weird. Because he'd be like
He's
very.
like, she's a fierce warrior. Or she says something like,
He'd say some like nasty stuff, and they'd be like, "I loved her." Or, like,
He's
"She's
like,
Yeah, and
beautiful."
he's like, you should respect your parents. And all this.
or
And
he
it's
was
like,
like,
dude, calm down.
he was like, I smell it in you too, or something. Like
Yeah,
that.
like
oh
vile
yeah.
stuff.
That kind of stuff is. I mean, that's just. Yeah.
But then he's like,
I wonder if that was in the. I would love to know if some of that stuff was in the screenplay or if Sean Penn was just really going for it. Because I would not be surprised, honestly, if Sean Penn was just kind of
yeah.
throwing out some stuff. Yeah, little improv.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that leads us. That leads
Improving
us to,
racism is wild.
and he did.
Well,
a
I
great
mean,
job.
he's in the character,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You know,
I
I mean,
understand.
that's.
It's a
I
little
mean,
muddy.
you don't hold him to it. Don't hold him to it.
But that leads us to the final car chase set piece, which is, I mean,
Paul's like, "That's pretty good, Sean. I feel like you got a little bit more in you."
That's like the. Have you all seen the Black Klansman jokes? Where it's like,
oh, yeah,
Adam
yeah.
Driver, the line was, "I hate you," and he's like,
Yeah.
Spike's like, "Cut, Adam. That was not the line."
makes you think of the Nick Mullen Guy Fieri joke.
Wait.
Wait, what is this? I don't know this.
Nick Mullen has a joke where he's like, "How many times do you think Guy Fieri has said, the word?" And he's like, "How many times do you think he's taken a bite of a breakfast burrito and go, oh, poop?" Now that guy, you did it again. This is the Travel Channel, buddy.
Oh Lord, we're off the rails.
Was that on a special or is that?
That was
like-
on the special.
Okay. Man, dude.
That's like some Zizek stuff, man. They should have put Zizek in that role, man. Go would have been wildin'.
Nick should have played Bob Ferguson though. He would have been perfect. Because he literally is Bob.
Oh Lord. We're done. Cut it. In the pod.
Seasick as Bob.
Wait, Zizek.
No. Oh man, that's crazy.
Okay. Rein it in, boys.
I instantly heard the lines in his voice.
Wait,
You have to drink and drive.
oh my gosh. Okay.
Seasick as Bob.
Yeah. I don't need the cold.
He goes, let's not nitpick.
Comrade Josh. We didn't even talk
Can you
about
imagine
Comrade
him
Josh.
bowling? Can you imagine him bowling that kid outside his door? He's like, homie.
You just knocked on my door like that.
Why are you here?
You doing this? It's so. He goes.
Whenever you clip this for Instagram, you gotta come up with some fire. Just put Zizek with the robe and the beanie and the sunglasses and everything.
I wish we recorded the pods because that reaction was really funny.
Yeah.
Video record, I mean.
I was laughing at. I don't know if you were laughing at the Zizek thing. I was laughing at the thought of Nick playing Bob.
What?
Nick Mullen playing Bob Ferguson.
I was laughing at the idea of Zizek playing.
Yeah,
Bob
we were laughing at
Ferguson.
two different things.
That makes it even funnier.
No, Nick Mullen being Bob would be the. I was like, he was literally
Okay.
born for the role.
No, I was thinking of Zizek playing Bob.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that's funnier. I'm just gonna say.
yeah.
That Guy Fieri thing you said is very funny. Okay.
I think
Anyway.
Mullen would be good too.
Literally, all I said was
Him hitting the
Sean
vape
Penn.
with the parent t-shirt.
He does vape.
Literally,
Okay,
literally
sorry,
all I
Mason.
said was Sean Penn might have improv a few lines, and then we
Yeah.
just absolutely went off the rails. Sean Penn's like, "Yeah, you smell like her." PTS like, "Cut." That was Sean.
No,
that was not
okay.
the line.
You're so right though, because Nick Mullen doing the Comrade Josh thing would be
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, the Conrad Josh scene. That we did not talk about that. Also, we did not talk about Dijon being in this movie. The great Dijon, bro. I love that man.
He says something crazy out of pocket in this movie.
Yeah, we're not gonna say that, but that's a funny line, man.
Mexican, huh?
If you've seen the movie, you know.
He goes, I don't know. He goes, hold on, you're gonna know this. Okay. Anyway.
That joke got the bit when I saw it in IMAX. That one had the audience like roaring, dude.
Yeah, that got one of the biggest laughs for sure. Because that's so like Boogie Nights coded PTA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, do you know what's been showing up on my For You page a ton?
What?
The
Boogie
videos. No, the videos of Tarantino and Fiona Apple. They are some of the greatest. Some of the greatest.
Dude, any Tarantino
Content
content,
put to video.
is amazing. Any Tarantino content is
Bro,
amazing.
I sent y'all that video of Tarantino with Wu-Tang Clan, and that is just
Wait,
There was
what is?
one-
I
this-
feel like I sent a Tarantino thing the other day.
He's
Let
there's
me-
this
let
one
me-
video of him. I think like this was for some show. It was like a Rising Stars show that they did in like the late 90s or early 2000s. And like I don't know what reason they were doing like hanging out together, but like Tarantino was at one of her rehearsals or something for a show, and he was just like vibing. And like I don't know, the conversation
he's
between the
crazy,
two of
man.
them is yeah.
He's one of the biggest characters. Seriously, like he's insane, man. Okay, let's.
I would not want to spend any time with the dude. I mean, like,
I think I would be. I would love. I mean, realistically, I would love to pick his brain about cinema stuff because he literally knows everything. But I would not want to be in a room with him. He scares me. I'm not kidding.
he's probably like a terrible hang in the sense that it's
Oh,
almost
yeah.
fun. 'Cause it's just like,
When Quentin Tarantino performed with Wu-Tang.
well, Fiona Apple quit doing cocaine after she spent one excruciating night with Quentin Tarantino and Paul Thomas Anderson, where I guess she was watching a movie with them, and they were all doing drugs, and she said something like any drug addict should lock themselves in a room with. This is the exact quote she said: any drug addict should lock themselves in a room with these two, and they will want to stop.
That's one of the funniest stories ever. She just totally stopped.
dude, the juxtaposition.
Cold turkey.
Yeah, the juxtaposition between her and Quentin is one of the greatest like dramatic choices ever made. And I know it was unscripted television, but
That's
truly,
like. That's
goes, "I don't know
literally
if-"
like, dude. That's like Taylor Swift and Jonathan Glazer, or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just opposite. It's just, it's like kind of similar, but not. You know what I mean?
The clip is like he's talking about wanting to do a war movie, and Fiona just like couldn't care less, and he goes, "I don't know if I want to climb that mountain again because that was a big thing."
Bro, your impression, bro.
it's like, well, you're on Everest, and the thing about Everest is that when you get up, it's really hard to come down.
That's good. That's good. Oh my gosh.
It's like, well, I don't want to
Okay.
really climb another mountain.
He's got one of the most unique voices ever.
Shout out the Knoxville native.
Only in Knoxville, bro.
Only in Knoxville, buddy.
in Knoxville. Only in Knoxville do you get that scene from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Yep.
Literally.
And I was talking to Uma, and I said, Uma, what if
Wiggle
for
them
the
toes.
scene you didn't have your shoes on? And,
And maybe not your socks.
Yeah, and what if for the scene you didn't have your socks on either?
And let's get a close-up of it.
The feet are a crucial plot
Yeah.
point in that movie.
The drinking the liquor off of Salma Hayek's feet, one of the craziest things I've ever seen, still to this day. that he inserted himself in that role to take a drink off of Salma Hayek's foot.
That's
insane work.
That's the Robert Rodriguez
I haven't seen
movie,
that yet.
right?
Yeah, it's not a Tarantino movie, but it's an insane clip. I'll send it to you. It is insane. I don't know how he got away with that one, man. I don't know how he got away with that one. I know he was happy though.
Do you think he's been to a Diddy party?
I'd throw
I'd say it's likely.
I would put money
I
on
would
it.
say
yes.
99.9% chance he has.
Yeah. Do you think
And
he was
I would
wearing his
say-
Wu-Tang get-up to the Diddy party?
I feel like Tarantino.
He walked up to the front door knocking.
He walked like he did out of the.
I feel like Tarantino would be the guy to show up to a Diddy party and be like, "Oh, this is kind of interesting," and then be like, "I'm bored," and then leave.
Yeah.
And like go watch a movie or something. You know, like he's just like.
Well, the
not
thing about those
entertained
Diddy
at all.
parties is that nobody wants to talk about cinema, all right? Everybody's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
these secret...
He'd be trying to talk. He'd be trying to talk about Bellatar to someone, and they'd be like, "Oh."
I'm trying to climb down the mountain.
You know what you need to do? You know what you need to climb down a mountain? You need 2 feet.
Okay, we got.
This pod's gonna be over 2 hours.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we got to wrap it up. This final car chase scene is an absolute masterpiece, best scene of the year.
Absolute cinema. I'm not
is.
gonna say it. I mean, it is so far. Although I will say,
Sinners.
the Sinners music scene,
It's
it's close.
Yeah.
It is close. But yeah, those two are far and away the two best scenes I've seen.
The tension, the tension, the camera work, the color palette. I mean, I can't even imagine what that was like in Vista, dude.
Dude, I swear I could see the gravel on the road.
That's crazy.
I mean, it just the smallest details, man. It really is.
And Chase
Also,
Infinity's
something-
performance during the... Like, while she's... what you were alluding to, like, when she's freeing herself, that was great. She was excellent.
I
Throughout the whole
swear when
sequence.
she kept pressing the car to start and and realizing she had to go back and get the keys, I was like, dude, she's gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
I was like, this is bad. I was like, oh my gosh. And obviously, that whole like last 30-minute sequence is very Cormac McCarthy. Like I just couldn't stop thinking of No Country. You know, I mean that's a very easy. I also thought of Duel, which is Spielberg's first movie. There's a little bit of Spielberg in this movie, which is kind of weird to say.
Yeah.
Well, it is,
But-
Definitely. Especially the siege scene with like the Viva La Revolution. That's like so Spielberg.
Yeah.
Well, Spielberg
Yep,
he interviewed PTA at the DGA.
Yeah.
For this movie.
Yep. Spielberg loved the movie.
Yeah.
He said he watched it like 3 or 4 times.
Man. I need to watch it again.
But yeah, the just the rolling hills is like, and that, I mean, that's just a real, like once you get in the mountains out here, that's just a real thing.
Yeah.
I watched this with Preston, and he drives to San Diego a lot, and he was like, I swear I've been on that road, dude.
Yeah, I think it's like on the border. It's on the border of California, Arizona. I don't remember what town like that most of that road is in, but the
I'm
locals
sure
live-
it wasn't that road, but there's a lot of roads out here that I feel like are kind of similar.
Yeah, the locals call that area though the River of Hills.
Mm.
Ocean
Very
waves.
apt.
Pretty
very,
apt way.
very, very
Yeah,
apt.
the Q name.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's cooking.
Very good. What was I gonna say?
Car
I had something
good.
to say.
I love that. I love when after everything goes down, she shoots. Also, one of the most bracing scenes is when Sean Penn just gets his head blown off. You're just like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when Chase Infinity's character shoots the Christmas Adventures Club guy, and then DiCaprio pulls up, and you hear the little melody,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and you're like, okay, he's gonna be fine. But she's still like, who
Aiming
are
the
you?
gun at- yeah.
And she's like, I need the code. Like she doesn't trust anyone at this point. I thought she was gonna shoot him.
Me too.
I also
For a
thought
sec,
she
I was like,
shooting.
oh my gosh, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
It's like this.
That would have been a very interesting
Interesting.
way to end it.
That would have been that's more of like a kind of
That's
Glazer
an
slash
editing.
Yorgos.
Yeah, Yorgos,
yeah, slash
definitely Yorgos.
Aster, which obviously
Oh,
when
Aster, yeah, for sure.
when Sean Penn gets the gassing scene, I mean that's very Ari Aster, and the furnace, that's like so Ari Aster.
That whole scene is amazing.
No, well, I thought that like, yeah, Sean Penn coming back after he gets out of the car wreck was genius. Like, that was one of the greatest shots. That's what solidified. Like, he is crazy.
It's literally Terminator. Like
Yeah.
he just walks. You see the haze of the sun, and he's just slowly walking over, and he's just absolutely covered in blood.
Mm-hmm. It was amazing. Because we're
Also,
so sure that he's dead.
I don't know why from a detail standpoint, I don't know why the Christmas Adventures Club guy didn't go and make sure for sure he was dead. Because dude was like,
Yeah,
I
he
want
just
the
kinda-
floor squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just kind of like he got out and just looked at it.
I mean, he shot him in the face, and then
I mean, you would think.
he had reason to believe.
He shot him in the face, and then his car flipped over, and he crashed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
And if it was clean, he shouldn't be spotted at the scene. So I think that there's like
True. Yeah,
reason
that's a good
to-
point.
yeah.
That's a good point. Also,
gotta
like
hightail it
before, I like when Sean Penn is taking Chase Infinity to the Avanti,
Avanti
the
Q.
guy, Avanti Q. How she takes him down, like she uses the
Yeah.
dojo moves, like she's actually learned something. Like she takes him down. You know, it's like that's a nice like realism kind of thing.
I love Avanti Q though, man of his word.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I love how like he like checks to make sure she's gonna be okay on the way there because he's like, is anybody gonna come and get you? And
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, someone's gonna come and get me, and he's like, okay. He's,
When he walked out of that Dodge with the gun, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. I was like, he's about to make a mess of things.
Yeah.
It's so bracing.
Yeah, Lockjaw getting gassed at the Christmas Adventures office was,
It was genius. It was so good.
I just knew it was gonna. When dude was like, oh, I forgot something, and he closed the door, I was like, yeah, he's done.
and I love that they just had a incinerator in their office.
It's so perfect too because
Literally.
like he goes through all of the motions. He does his, I'm using air quotes here, like due diligence in
Sure,
trying to fulfill the criteria of like how to join the Christmas Adventures Club and like what specifications you need to check off, and still it's not good enough.
Nope.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so good.
And it's so good. It's also
so
he
good.
he never gets there.
Mm-hmm.
After all that, he never gets there, and then he gets burned.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets gassed and he dies, and then he's burned.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just insane.
Yeah. And then we get the final scene in the movie where they're back at the dinner table, and I think Paul might have talked about, I call him Paul like I know him, but
Me
Paul,
with Terry.
Paul.
Me with Terry.
Yeah. I think PTA mentioned this in like he's done so many interviews and panels. I haven't really read all of it, but like he mentioned like about, like when you first like see them like at the dinner table, like they're both like physically like really far apart, and then at the end they're like the lighting is way warmer. There's like plants in the house again, and like they're clean, and they like are like actually at the table like embracing each other.
Reminds me of that scene in Citizen Kane where it's like elongated table, and then it like just to show their distance, and then it gets smaller. But anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we get the letter from Perfidia where she hopes to meet Willow or Charlene and her ghetto Pat yet again.
I love that that's a voiceover by Tiana Taylor. That
Yeah.
she reads the letter.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Voiceovers with reading, it can be dicey.
It can, but I know that I've read that some people think that Bob wrote that letter just to make her feel better. But I think that Tiana Taylor reading it in the voiceover makes it like, no, that is a letter from her. Like that makes me believe that actually is a letter from her.
Yeah. And then we end with American Girl, Tom Petty.
Yep. She goes off after the funny phone scene.
What a picture. What a picture.
I don't think there's been a well-reviewed film like this since probably Parasite. Maybe like Across the Spider-Verse. There's been a couple.
Dune Part 2, kind of.
Yeah, Dune Part 2 initially. Oppenheimer initially was pretty yep,
Yeah.
it's all 5 stars. It's rare for a movie like this to meet expectations, let alone basically surpass it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
sure.
I mean, it was surpassed for me.
I think it's. I mean, I don't want to get into. I'm very guilty with the superlatives thing, but I don't know if it's his best, but it's probably my favorite of his.
Yeah, I mean,
I really like The Master, and I really like Phantom Thread.
Well, I updated my ranking, and it's in my top 3.
As it should be.
Yeah, yeah. I think
I do. I mean, I need to rewatch Phantom Thread. I feel like that might change things.
Phantom Thread just holds such a special place in my heart. I don't think
Sure.
that'll ever get dethroned, but like, it might even be 2. Genuinely, like it is that special, and
I think his 2 most. I think Boogie is impressive in its own right because he was so young. But I think
that's ridiculous.
I think as a whole, his 2 most impressive films to me are this and The Master. I think The Master is just. I mean, your jaw is just on the floor. For like the whole thing, performance wise, the way it looks, the way he shoots it.
Yeah.
The subject material. There's a lot in common with this.
I'm due for a rewatch on this one. I've only seen it the one time.
Already
I feel
due
like
for a rewatch.
I still haven't like digested. Like I struggle to talk about this because
the second watch was very helpful. Like not necessarily like for me like enjoyment, but just like there is so much that happens in this movie. I just need a second watch to be like, okay, I just need to really focus on different things this time.
Yeah, I think
because I think when I was kind of the second watch, like I really was paying attention to everything in the prologue, because the prologue really kind of caught me by surprise the first time. It was just like so rapid fire. I feel like I've missed stuff. So
yep.
That
I think hopefully I'll see it a third time in IMAX. Although we're getting to the part of the year where it's like, dude, I don't have time to watch everything, and there's a lot of good stuff starting to come out.
Yeah.
So,
but
I mean, I haven't even seen Tron Ares yet.
Yeah, I'll pass.
I am probably gonna watch it, but
I'm reserving my superlatives for the Smashing Machine.
okay. Wait, the Smashing Machine or Marty Supreme?
The Smashing Machine.
Okay. We don't have to talk about it now, but I actually liked it. I thought it was quite good. I mean, it's not up to the level that Benny should be making a movie. Mm-hmm. You know, but it's something that he's wanted to do for like 7 years. You know, and it was basically a passion project from The Rock. So he's already got his hands tied down. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Benny does.
Yeah.
But I probably liked it because I went in with low expectations, but I thought it was quite fine. I would say it's good, not great, but I wouldn't say it's bad.
No. Yeah.
I love the score.
The score was great.
Also, Benny said something. I was listening to an interview. This is the last thing I'll say. I know we need to get off here. This is one of the best things I've ever heard from a director. Benny said this on an interview the other day. He was like, it made me think about how like sometimes, you know, below the line people are kind of constricted to one person's vision. You know, we all talk about auteur theory and you know.
Yeah.
But Benny was like, I went to my composer, and I was like, hey, this is how it needs to sound, and gave some references and stuff, and she came back and it didn't sound like that at all, and he was just blown away, and he was like, I need to give people like creative freedom, because sometimes what the movie needs most is someone else's vision for it, not just one voice.
Yeah, nice.
And I was like, that's amazing. I don't hear people talk about that a lot.
Yeah, collaboration's a risk. And
yeah.
I think we get so insular about our own vision that we don't see that other people can improve it by providing a different perspective.
Sure. Yeah. So I love the Safdie brothers. I'm hoping Marty Supreme will be better than Smash Machine, and I'm certain it will be.
Yeah, I feel very strong.
Because it's getting crazy good reviews, and apparently it might. Now listen to this. This is interesting. We're far away from this, but the three main people vying for Best Actor at the Oscars this year could be Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Timothée Chalamet.
That's literally three generations.
That is
like,
the
goats.
three generations of the movie star.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
That's crazy.
Although I feel like Daniel Day-Lewis's chances are not great because no one has seen movie.
I've heard bad things about it.
Not getting good reviews at all. I've just heard it's kind of a pretentious slugfest, but I'm hoping to watch it soon. So
yeah, I saw the Smash Machine. I thought it was okay. It was fine.
I mean, it's not. It's probably not something I'll ever see again. So
No.
I don't want to speak too highly of it, but I thought it was fun.
I really like the part in One Battle when Chase Infinity gets done reading the letter and she goes, "I'm finished."
Okay, I think that's a great way to end it.
I mean, the ending was brilliant. You know, when they hear the knock at the door and you hear Adam Sandler go, "Hi, it's Barry Egan." A Punch Drunk Love. I'm back.
I like the part in One Battle
Oh goodness!
when Bob goes to the bathroom, unzips his pants.
And he's actually Dirk Diggler. He was Dirk Diggler before the revolution.
Wait, I'm goated.
Wait,
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
goated.
That's what Dirk should have said.
Surprised
Hold
Dirk.
up,
I'm
I'm
surprised
goated.
Dirk didn't make a surprise cameo on this. Honestly, I feel like Dirk would be a member of the Fringe 75.
Yeah, he would.
Don't
Probably
you?
so.
I feel like he would be. You know. I don't know. Maybe he's too
Would he be a
preoccupied
Fed?
with other
I don't
stuff.
know. Yeah.
That was a good Daniel Plainview. I'm finished. That was incredible.
Milkshake.
I drink it up.
My name is Bob Ferguson, and I'm a revolution man. I do revolutions.
I'm a vape man.
Yeah.
That is crazy that I've been talking about PTA and I don't think we've talked about There Will Be Blood at all because
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
that's an overlooked film for me. I've only seen it the once. I didn't love it, but that was a long time ago. I do need to rewatch that.
I love it. You know me.
I feel like people are listening to this and going like, "Oh my gosh, why is There Will Be Blood not the
All two
obvious
of them?
number one PTA?" Yeah.
I will say, like, right now in my like PTA ranking, like, I do think there are filmmaking elements in There Will Be Blood that impress me more than One Battle. Like the whole oil rig set piece in There Will Be
Sure.
Blood is very hard to top, and Daniel Day-Lewis' performance is also very hard to top. But like,
All timer.
this movie's more rewatchable than There Will Be Blood, and that's not a knock
Sure.
at There Will Be Blood, but this movie just is more rewatchable. It just
But
is.
that does matter sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
Zone of Interest is very rewatchable. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a great point though. I mean, that movie's amazing, and like, how often are you gonna be watching that?
Hey, Burst, getting the re-release.
Hey,
We'll be purchasing that.
I will be buying. I'm not a
W
physical media
Criterion.
guy. I'm not a physical media guy. I'm going to be buying it.
Hey, I think I'm gonna get a 4K player for Christmas, and
Ooh.
I'm gonna ask for a
First
couple
watch.
4Ks, and one of them is gonna be 2001. I've heard the 4K of 2001 is insane.
That sounds amazing.
It's insane because I have some 4Ks, but I only have a Blu-ray player. Like I can't
Yeah.
watch the 4Ks, and I feel like it's certainly time because I'm just kind of always getting movies and collecting and stuff. So,
That's
but
amazing.
yeah, Birth.
Very excited for that.
We are the
a
champions
movie.
of birth.
What a movie! We were on that, man.
Yeah. I feel like people, we're still having to,
Do a lot of heavy lifting.
we're still having
That
to
has to be that is
advocate,
probably the best watch that all three of us have ever had.
I think
Just
so.
first watch.
Well, we were talking.
We were
about
talking
our
about
best,
that, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about our best Belcourt experiences on the way to the movie, and we
Sure, yeah.
both
I mean, I
had
bet
right-
some of them are now without me.
Not many.
Not many. that birth kinds of kindness was still.
What
so
about
good.
what's the Julia Louis-Dreyfus movie?
Sorry to bother you.
You hurt my
Wait,
feelings.
no, wait.
No, you are
What is
not sorry to bother
What is sorry to
you.
bother you? Which one's
That's
that?
Sorry
the
to bother you-
Lakeith,
no,
right?
Sorry to bother you is Lakeith. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lakeith and
Mhm.
Lily James, right?
No.
Terry Crews is in it.
Terry.
No, I
Lily
swear.
James.
Wait.
Sorry to bother you is the one where he does the white voice.
Yes. That's Boots Riley.
Let's see. Yeah, it is Bruce Riley.
That's a good one.
Oh, Forrest Whitaker's in it.
Yeah. It's funny. It's really good.
Oh yeah, Lily James is in it.
Oh,
She just has a very small part. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, David Cross is in it.
David Cross, dude, I love David. Oh, he's the one who does the voice.
Oh, you're right.
Oh.
I haven't seen him.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he is. Yeah. I've
David
never
Cross
seen it. So
he's an
I've never
enigma. He is like he's doing. I just feel like his whole life is an Andy Kaufman bit.
Wait, you still have the banner. You still have the
The Dahan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it hasn't gone anywhere, man. Right
Yeah, I miss
need
it,
to
man.
fly-
I miss it.
We
I miss
fly
it.
the.
We gotta fly it.
We fly it for peak.
Hold on. It is peak.
Fly it.
That's true. Wait, let me record this.
The Han should have been.
Probably gonna lose my
Lockjaw.
audio, but we'll see. Wait, let's see. Yeah, flip it. Hey, Pete. Bro, I was just gonna say the same thing over and over again. Oh man, I miss that, dude. I haven't seen that thing in over a year.
Yeah, man, it's been a minute.
When's the last time we got that thing out?
Oh, it's been a little bit.
Oh my god.
We got it out for Boogie. That might have been the last time.
Oh
we got
yeah,
it
we
out.
did get it off of
Yeah,
the
see,
PTA.
I wasn't there for that. Yeah.
We've seen some peaks since then though.
Yeah.
We could
All right.
retroactively induct some into the Dane DeHaan Hall of Fame. Ooh, that's got a
We
ring
need to
it,
do
actually.
that though.
The
Okay.
Dane
would-
DeHaan Hall
I'd-
of Fame.
I'd put this entire cast in the Dane DeHaan of Fame.
Also, we need
Dane
we need to do
DeHall of
another.
Fame.
We need
Yeah.
we need to do
Say
another
again?
draft soon.
Oh yeah, we should. That'd be fun.
What's next on the sketchy?
Dude, we got to do
Well,
Tree
I
of
mean,
Life.
We have to do tree. I mean, I've been waiting, bro.
And we're
been
coming
salivating.
we're coming on the either 1 or 2 year it's 2 year mark of the episode, which is insane.
Really?
2 years, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
wait, yeah, I guess.
Hold on, let me check Spotify.
That
I'm gonna
sounds
see
right.
when we released it because
Wait,
it definitely
what's
wasn't
the,
last year.
I can't even remember the. Oh, okay. Let me. I have not looked at the podcast stats and stuff in a long time.
Yes, sir. If you want to go, grab it in my room. It's on the right side.
We're at the point. Hey, all-time downloads. We're almost at 2K.
Oh wow, that's pretty good,
That's insane.
folks. If you can leave a 5-star review, that'd be much appreciated. Helps with our visibility. Straight that way, towards the back corner, and to the right.
Hey, Taste of Cherry and Sinners low-key kind of popped off.
Really?
The movie drafts, they always do good, man. The people want the drafts. The people yearn for the drafts.
They want drama.
Tree of Life. Let's see. November 28th, 2023.
Okay, so-
Wow, that's insane, dude. Oh, are you kidding? What? That feels like yesterday.
Remember the Suspiria episode?
Yeah, I do. Remember doing The Killer and then a week later doing Maestro? My gosh, dude. That feels like forever ago.
Dud after dud, one dud after another.
Bro, I swear I have not ever met a hater of anything more than Ethan hates Maestro.
I'm reeling it in.
Okay,
I hate to tell you, but there is a Bradley Cooper movie coming out in a
That's
couple
what I was
months.
just about to say. Is this thing on? Is drop
Is
in?
this thing on? Will
The
Arnett.
stupidest name I've ever heard. Oh, I do
Will
love
Arnett.
Will Arnett, though.
Well, I've heard that it's definitely not Oscar bait, and I've heard it's kind of good, not great. So it's probably
Sounds
gonna
like
be
Bradley
We have to. We have to see it.
Yeah, we have to.
We have to see
No, we have to do it for the pod.
It's
I mean,
obligatory.
come on.
have
yeah.
to.
mm.
Other. Well,
So you said
on-
Taste of Cherry's doing well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, on the
Yeah.
but on the topic of things coming out, that we might review hopefully, but Bugonia, Yorgos Lanthimos, that comes out
yeah, I feel like we always have to do Yorgos.
that drops next week, and then
dude, I've heard that Plemons is insane. I mean, no surprise, but I've heard
I've been on that since Friday Night Lights.
No, you have been on that.
But
he's the truth.
Dude, The Sacrifice almost has 100 downloads.
Whoa, are you serious?
That's still our biggest episode. I have no idea why.
Are you serious?
It doesn't make any sense. Yes.
What?
The people yearn for the art house films, like Taste of Cherry, Eraserhead, The Brutalist. The Brutalist did really well.
Wow.
Nice.
Nickel Boys did pretty well.
Our Brutalist episode was great.
That was a good.
That was a good episode. It's always a good episode when we don't necessarily all agree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One battle sucks.
Yeah.
2 billion downloads.
Just for good measure.
Let's re-record it.
Just for
Run
good
it back.
measure.
All right. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely... Yeah, I feel like we're at the point now where it's going to be a little bit tough to finish the Malik series because we're coming up on all the winter stuff. Sentimental Value, Marty Supreme, Hamnet.
We'll get it done. I'll graduate and then...
We'll get it done.
Dun,
But I am very excited for
That's the
Bugonia.
president's theme. You're just saying...
Dude, I'm tired.
No, you're good. That's... You know, I've been watching. Speaking of president, I've been watching The West Wing lately. That's peak TV.
Oh,
West Wing is so good.
West
Aaron
Wing.
Sorkin
That's
wrote
Sorkin,
it.
right? Yeah, that's Sorkin.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
so
yep.
good. It's
Yep,
so
yep,
good.
yep.
Okay, we got to wrap this episode up.
Yeah, I know you have class in the morning.
It's okay.
Tree of Life, Bugonia, Sentimental Value, Marty Supreme coming soon. Go see one after another. Movie of the decade.
Tree of Life. I will warn you now. It will be a 5-hour pod. Get ready.
Yes, bring your textbooks. We'll if you're part of our email list, we'll email you the reading list required for the discussion.
The watch along, and I will be bringing in the one and only Terry Malick.
Yeah,
to the pod.
We'll be having a panel with Terrence afterwards.
The reclusive Terrence Malick.
We'll be grabbing Instagram questions for it.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's a bad idea.
His visit to Murfreesboro would be funded by the Patreon subscribers. So,
if you would like a Patreon so we can do this full time, do that.
That'd be cool. Dude, imagine if we could pivot to being full time.
Nah, bro, don't give me hope.
Best job ever.
We would be going so hard, man.
Best job ever.
We'd be doing 3 movies a day.
That'd be sick.
We would do a 12-hour pod on the Satantango, the 9-hour movie.
Yeah.
Gene Dealman watch along.
Oh my gosh! Don't give me that great idea. I have not heard Gene Dealman in a long time, bro. Bro just gave me war flashbacks.
We might have to. Listen.
All right, someone see us out.
Go see one after another. Roll that outro music.
Cool. That was a good one. That was a good one.
That was a good.